Hi guys, Carly here. If you are new here, thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel, and if you saw last week's video and came back to see this one, thank you for tuning in also. So today's video I am going to do my top 20 performances on Glee. Now these are my personal opinions, you don't have to agree with them or like what I say. These are just my personal opinions and that's it. I'm going to go from number 20, which I love still. I made it into my top 20, but it's probably not my best song. I make my way all the way up to number one, which is my ultimate all-time favorite song. They are going to be a combination of trios, duets, solos, and all like group performances. So I do hope you enjoy this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. And so let's get into the video. So to start off at number 20, my 20th favourite performance on Glee is mine, which is sang by Santana in season 4 of the show in the breakup episode, which breaks my heart, that episode. And this solo now breaks my heart even more. I think Naya Rivera, who plays Santana, I think she sings this song so beautifully and so emotionally connected with the audience, that, and you know, she's singing about her love to Britney and how Britney will always be hers, but she's going to break up with her. And I just think it's a really beautiful solo, and I think Naya Rivera done a phenomenal job singing that solo. By the way, if I keep looking away, it's because I've got all the songs written down, because the thing is, guys, let's be honest, there was over 700 performances on that show, and there is no way I could remember every single performance. So I've written them down, so that's why you see me kind of looking down, that's why. Okay, so number 19 is Cry, which is sung by Rachel. Oh my goodness, I love this song. I don't really like, and I know this sounds horrible, but I don't like Kelly Clarkson's original version of this, but I think Lea Michele, who plays Rachel, I think she's done such a good job of this. And oh my god, the emotion she pours out with that song, she's like in puffy face tears by the end of it. She's does a phenomenal job again of that. I think Lea is probably my favorite voice, so probably a lot of these will be Lea, but there is a bit of everyone in these songs. But Cry, I just think, you know, even the sequence that kind of goes with it when you watch the show, I think it's beautiful. You know, she's just obviously choked her NYADA audition, and she's like not giving up her dreams, but doesn't think her dreams will come true now. So I think it's just a really good performance. So on to number 18. Number 18 is Don't You Want Me, which is sung in the second season in Blame It on the Alcohol by Rachel and Blaine. And this is the first time we kind of see, in fact it is the first time we see Blaine and Rachel sing together, and oh my god, Blaine is my favourite male, Rachel is my favourite character overall, but she's obviously my favourite female character. So that, and they've got two of the, in fact, sorry, I'm going to be a bit controversial here, you don't have to agree with it, but I think Lea Michele has the best female voice and Darren Criss has the best male voice on the show. Don't have to agree with me. And like, I'm not dissing the rest of the cast, because all the cast are strong singers in their own rights, but that's my personal opinion, so please don't hate on me for it. And I think them two singing it, they sounded, there's not even words, that was a brilliant performance, and I just think that that episode was TV gold. Can we just appreciate that, please? Okay, number 17. Right, this is going to sound a bit controversial. Okay, so Boy Next Door, which is sung by Kurt, is number 17, and I think with this song he does an absolutely amazing job. I think he sings it really well, but this is the only Kurt song that will probably make it onto a favourites list for songs, because I think Chris Colfer, I think he has a lovely voice, but I think the problem with the show is they gave him, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, and I'm not hating on Chris Colfer because I love Chris Colfer, I think he's so talented, but I think they gave him songs that didn't suit his voice range and that were too high for him to hit. And I think, you know, that really showed when he performed on the show, because I love Chris's voice. I could listen to Boy Next Door 50,000 times, because I think that song is the one song they gave him that is actually suited to his voice, whereas the and actually maybe Rose's Turn as well, but that's not in my top 20. But for instance, I don't mean this disrespectfully, but Defying Gravity, that doesn't suit him. There, you know, there are so many songs I could say. I just think they didn't do him enough justice with the songs they picked for him on the show. And I think, I know there was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and that's why, you know, I think as well, Chris, I read somewhere that Chris, when there was the reboot being suggested before all the drama that happened this year with some of the Glee cast, he was like, no, I would never do it again. But I just think it's a real shame, because I think he could have had one of the strongest male voices, but I think the songs they gave him did not show his full potential, and I do think that's a shame. But anyway, I love The Boy Next Door. He sings it so good, and the thing is, he does such a good dance, and I love that he has like little Brittany, Mercedes and Tina behind him in their dresses from the Journey to Regionals episode. I love it. I think it's a really good number. Okay, number 16 is Take Me or Leave Me. Let's just talk goals on duets. This is probably one of my, in fact, it's probably my favorite, well, I don't know, it's my favorite duet, but it's very close up there with my favorite duet. I love this. I had never, believe it or not, watched Rent. When I heard this version, this was the first time I heard this version, and oh my god, I went out and watched the original version after, and although it's a very good performance, this is brilliant. I love it. Mercedes and Rachel, they complement their voices so good. They hit all the notes that needed to be heard. They are goals with this song. Let's just say that with that song. Okay, next one is Dog Days Are Over, which is sung by Tina and Mercedes. I don't think Tina got enough time on the show, I'm going to be honest. Because half the time, let's be honest with Tina, they just let her cry into a weep halfway through the song, or cut her off for some reason, which is really sad. And Mercedes has a really good voice, like a strong voice, and I just like Dog Days Are Over because it's probably one of my favourite group performances, actually, with Tina and Mercedes singing solo, because I think it just shows how much fun they used to have. I did mention this kind of in my last video, but yeah, I really do love this song. Number 14 is Bad, which is sung by, well, it's sung by the whole group, but obviously on New Directions, with Santana, Blaine and Artie on lead vocals. Love. There is nothing I don't enjoy about this particular performance. I think it's so good, and it's so cute. Well, it's not cute, but it's so cute how Blaine protects Kurt at the end, but I hate the warp. Well, particularly Sebastian Smythe for what he did. So number 14 is well, I love this duet, and it is Quinn and Rachel singing I Feel Pretty mashed up with Unpretty. This is just a beautiful vocal performance, I think, from both of them. I think, you know, Diana Agron and Leah Michelle, they really complement each other's voices because they're so different, but they complement each other when entwined. And I just, like I said, I think it's such a beautiful vocal performance, and I really related to this episode, actually. I really did, and I think it's just a beautiful way to express the themes of the episode. Okay, so number 12 is So Emotional, Rachel and Santana. First time they sing together and they kill it. Oh, they are so good with this. I absolutely love this version. When I first watched them do this, when it first came out, I didn't actually particularly like their voices together. But the more I watch it, the more I'm like, girls, you have just killed this. They are so good. Both their voices, again, they just really complement each other. And I love how it's so cute how, like, Brittany's taping Santana and Finn's taping Rachel while they perform. And then they kind of become this Star Pesbury friendship after this, very slowly. And then I'm so angry at the writers for what they've done. when they made them have the fight, but I do love a good Pesbury friendship, and this is kind of the start of it, so I really do like this performance for that reason as well. Okay, number 11 is TikTok sung by Britney Spears, aka Heather Morris. I love this. It's such a good performance, and doesn't she look like Kesha, or is it just me? Like, when I first saw it, I was like, oh my god, you look exactly like Kesha. I think this is probably Britney's strongest solo performance, to be honest. I think Heather Morris, again, I think she has a beautiful voice, and she's amazing, no, there's not even words, she's an incredible dancer, but like Chris Colfer, I don't think they gave her song suited her voice, and again, I think this was a very good song that they picked for her, and I love it at the end when she like vomits all over Rachel. I just find that hilarious, so yeah, I love it. Okay, number 10 is oh my god guys, we're in the top 10, is We Got the Beat. I love We Got the Beat. I think it's such a fun little number, and it ends with the food fight, which is hilarious, and obviously Rachel, Santana and Britney sing like the lead vocals on it, but again, I just love it. I think it's a really fun number, and it was a really great way to, and I think that was the first song to hit off the 3rd season, and I think it was a really good way to hit off the 3rd season. Okay, number 9 is an original song, and I kind of, again, I touched on this in the last video I done, but it's Get It Right by Rachel and aka Lea Michele, and the reason I love Get It Right is not only because the vocals are incredible. I mean, that high note she hits like just over halfway through it is insane, but I relate a lot to the lyrics in Get It Right, and it just mentally, for me, I do relate to a lot of them, and emotionally, so for me this is a really special song, and that's why I listen to it a lot. Number 8 is a trio, and it is Quinn, Rachel and Santana, and it is Love Song. I love this because it shows how far their friendships come, mostly with this song. You know, they come all the way to New York to like convince Rachel not to do the nude scene, and you know, they sing a song together, and it just shows how far from season 1, where they like literally were bullying and hating on Rachel, and like Rachel being like, I'm gonna go and do what I want, I don't care what you think, to being actual friends. And I think it's such a nice number. I think their voices really do complement each other. They got all the right parts to the songs, so I think it's a very strong number, and I just love it. Okay, number 7 is a song that breaks my heart, but the vocals on it just make it worth the tears all over again. Roots Before Branches. The reason this song breaks my heart, Gleeks, you'll know, Finn obviously runs after Rachel when the train's going, and it absolutely breaks my heart, but I think Lea Michele, who plays Rachel, absolutely killed it on the vocals with this one. I think it's very strong, and she hits all the notes, so I love it. I can literally listen to this over and over again, and like I said, the tears are all worth it. Okay, number 6. This was a hard one for me because I was like, I needed my top 5, and it was so hard because the number 5 and 6 I listened to the exact same amount of times on Spotify, and I could have picked either of them, but number 6 is going to be Loser Like Me. I love Loser Like Me. It's another original song sung by New Directions with Rachel and a little bit of Finn on lead vocals, and I just think it's like the anthem for Gleeks. I mean, I suppose technically Don't Stop Believing is like the anthem for Gleeks, but I think this is the anthem for Gleeks because, you know, it just shows be proud of who you are, and I think it's a really nice message behind this song. You know, it doesn't matter what you do to me, what you say, I'm stronger and I'm proud of who I am, and I absolutely love Losing Like Me. Okay, top 5 guys. So top 5 is Wanna Be Starting Something, which is sung by Blaine with New Directions. I love this song. I think it's just such a fun number again, and I love all their costumes in it, so I think it's a really strong performance, and I absolutely love it. Okay, number 4 is No Air. I absolutely love No Air. It is my ringtone, it is my text tone, it is my alarm. I love this duet, and it's a duet with Rachel and Finn. I think it is such a lovely number, and I can't even explain what it is. It's the rhythm of the song, it's the way they're like walking in the hallways with each other. I think it's just a beautiful number, and I really do like it, and I think their vocals are on point with this one. Okay, number 4 is Pretending. I love Pretending, and Finchel, God bless my Finchel heart, they get back together in this, guys. Oh my god, I love that they get back together. They are my OTP if you didn't watch my last video, and honest to god, this made me so happy. I don't think it was the strongest original song, but I listened to it over and over again just because I think their voices, obviously Corey Monteith and Leah Michelle, I think their voices really complement each other, and I think it's the fact Finch will get together, that's why I like it so much. Okay, number 3 is I Just Can't Stop Loving You. Oh my god, I Just Can't Stop Loving You. It's just a beautiful song, and they get engaged in it. Again, I think it's a lot to do with the fact that Finch will get engaged. Okay, number 2. Okay, number 2, my absolute, as heartbreaking as it is for me, I love The Scientist. I think The Scientist is so beautiful. I think it shows the way they show how they all first met, as much as they're breaking up, and you know, I think everyone sang parts that was suited to them. Again, I do think there were some stronger voices in that than others. That's not me hating on cast. I'm not going to say who I thought was stronger than others. But I do really like The Scientist. And my all-time, are you ready for this, guys? My all-time favourite song on Glee, drum roll, To Love You More by Rachel Berry. Oh my god, I could not love this song more if I tried. The vocals, the emotion, oh, it's just breathtakingly beautiful, this song. I mean, she just absolutely smashes the vocals on this. The high notes, oh, I don't even have words to describe how much I love this song. That is how much I love it. And she is a fantastic, I don't even, Leah Michelle is absolutely got the best voice on Glee for me overall. Controversial or not, don't care. That's my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with me, like I said. Just respect what I say. And that is it, guys. That is my top 20 Glee performances. I hope you like this video. Come back for next week for part 2, where we're doing my worst Glee performances, what I think were the worst performed songs on Glee. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below. Alright guys, bye.